Hey guys, it is me, Mrs. Lauren, and my husband, Brandon, and we are here to do a question and answer segment about us. So just enjoy and
strap in for the ride.
All right, so we are going to be using these 88 great conversation starters for husband and wife. You can find this at the Sprinkle of Jesus site, and I'll try to link that down in the description box. But this is something really cool to have for your relationship. It's just a good conversation starter. It does say it enhances your relationship with your spouse with these 88 conversation starters for couples, a great resource to create intimacy and build a strong marriage. Get the conversation flowing and learn more about your partner's hopes, worries, dreams, and joys with this fun resource. So this is cool. Check it out. So now let's begin. I'm going to, you want to answer the first, you want to ask me a question? First question?
You can go first.
Okay, I'll do one from the box here. And we also have other questions as well, but I'll start one here. Now, I will show, it does have like a little saying at the bottom prior to the question, so you can like read this and then ask questions, but I'm just going to ask the question on here, and you can check this out on your own. So let's see. Okay, baby. What is your ideal way to socialize with friends? And how do you feel about entertaining in our home?
My ideal way to socialize is through like game nights or like potlucks, stuff like that, to where we could like just all get together, sit down, have a good time, have a couple drinks, and just talk. Like a lot of us, we just talk, or just kick it, talk about anything really.
Yeah, this question is like really not new to us because we kind of do this with our friends. So our ideal way to socialize with our friends is by like getting together and having, little, fun gatherings or little events. Of course, me and my husband, like we were really big on like Super Bowl parties or just like he said, game nights. So, and of course, obviously how we feel about it is that we have no problem with entertaining in our home. So, yeah.
I'm gonna say what's on the back of that one.
Okay, you wanna read that one?
All right. So do you thrive more on variety and change, or do you prefer stability and routine?
So my husband clearly knows I think I thrive on variety and change. Of course, I need to practice more of like the stability and routine part, which that goes with like planning, and so that stuff like that I'm doing now is like using my planner and trying to like stay consistent and focused. But I think I do thrive more, or that's my element, is variety and change.
It's definitely variety and change.
How about you, babes?
I'm more so like stability, but I can do the variety and change. So like I'm kind of like an in-betweener, but not in-betweener, like a 70-30. 70 stability and 30 change.
Yeah, we're opposite. We're total opposite. Like
right.
He needs the stability and like the routine a little bit. Well, way more than me, clearly. Me, I'm like, let's switch it up, let's change it up, like in an instant. Like don't even think about it. Like just do it. Like
Need structure. All right, structure.
That's him. So he keeps me balanced and I keep him balanced in a sense because he definitely is the stability and routine, and I'm like, let's go. Now, I'm gonna switch it up and I'm gonna ask a question from here. Describe yourself in 3 words.
I'll say fun, caring, and structured.
That's definitely him. describe myself in 3 words. Fun. I'm definitely fun for sure. Spontaneous. I'll say spontaneous and definitely caring. Definitely caring too as well. Yeah. So now describe your partner in 3 words.
Can I ask a question?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Dang.
Right, go ahead.
What's 3 ways that you feel most loved?
3 ways I feel most loved.
No, I changed it. What's 3 ways that I make you feel most loved?
3 ways that you make me feel most loved. 1 is your words. Definitely him like expressing, just affirmation. I guess that's that words of affirmation. That's one way he shows his love towards me. I think that's the most one I really enjoyed the most. Like is his words of affirmation. Also, just taking care of the family. So his stability. And I also say just being true and real to yourself, like being like really expressing how he feels, like however he's feeling and whatever's going on, and just kind of like letting me know. So his conversation, I guess, as well as another form of like, because I gotta know what's going on. I don't know, I can't read his head.
I gotta know.
I can't read his mind. So I catch myself a lot of times just be like, so you know. What you think about? Like, but when he does it automatically, I feel like it's another form of like showing me that, he loves me, because I think I need that, like that conversation and stuff like that, besides the other stuff like the words of affirmation, obviously. So just more in that aspect. That's
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, of course it's always good to get flowers. I know. Thank you. Thank you, mother-in-law.
All right. Under the bus. Jeez.
But no, okay. So, next question. Let me see here. When did you know you first?
I knew you was gonna ask that, because I was gonna ask that.
Okay. When did you first know that you loved me? Yeah. When did you first know you first loved me?
I would say I first knew when I first loved you.
Just beautiful smile, huh?
That one wasn't love. That was like a strong, like, I loved you.
We're waiting.
When I was like, you know what? I accept her flaws and all. That's when I really knew. When I knew, like, you annoyed me sometimes, but I still was able to, like, I could accept it. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, like, when they annoy you, you just be like, I'm done. You just, you know what I'm saying? You just, like, cut them off. But with you, like, I wouldn't necessarily call it annoying me, but like just like plucking at my nerves, like how you like to do.
This goes both ways, just know that.
She likes to pluck on those strings. So, but yeah, that was one.
When you could basically look past that, are you saying, so like, I obviously, we're not perfect, so whatever I do or say or whatever that kind of gets on your nerves, I guess your whole fact is I can look past that because I love you more than that aspect.
Than that current situation.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
How about you?
I always knew I love this guy. No, when I first knew, like really knew, was I feel like when we were doing the work of like really preparing ourselves for marriage.
Dang.
I mean, I
all the way up until like you just liked me, huh? And then it was like, all right, well, we about to do this work to get ready for marriage. And he was like, you know what?
No, what I'm saying is.
So you didn't love me before we got engaged?
No, I did love you. But like, I feel like really knowing, like, it says know you first loved him. Like, I feel like, and it might have been even in the midst of that, just seeing him be able to develop his growth, like seeing that he actually is looking at himself and say, I am working on myself, like really acknowledging that, because some people are not, like growing. And I think for me, it was an importance to know that, like, if we're gonna be in this together, I need to see that you can grow as an individual on your own, and as well as me doing the same thing. And so I think that's when I really knew, like, no matter, which goes to those things, like, no matter if he's getting on my nerves, like, I know that he's somebody who's working on himself to be better for himself. And I love that. And that's when I'm like, okay. Because, when we were young, we met when we were young.
That's true.
You don't pay attention, you're not paying attention to those things. You're just like, oh, he's so cute. And then as you grow up, you start realizing that I want somebody, or at least for me, I want somebody who is willing to grow outside of, as an individual, to be better and make change, because everybody's not doing that. And I think seeing those developments throughout our relationship, maybe even the process of getting engaged and on forward, which you clearly showed, is like he's willing to grow through change and as an individual. And so I really knew then, I was like, I love this guy.
I feel like I should change my answer now. That was so detailed.
So
all right, well, let me go back to this,
to one of those cards that look good.
What qualities show a person's maturity, and what can we do to develop maturity in our children?
Wow, that's a good question. So it says, what qualities show a person's maturity? Let's see here. What qualities show a person's maturity? What would I say? Quality? I think the way they handle situations, how they respond to situations, how they react to certain situations.
Yep, definitely that. Like, what do you do when life punches you in the face?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, do you just crumble in a ball and give up, or do you kind of just take them hits and figure out how to and figure it out and how to try to like get through, so that and fight back, Yeah, like, so I think.
Or do you come up with like a system to kind of keep it from happening again? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because my thing is, maturity is a mental state, and it's something that you have to be working on mentally. So no matter what is going on, is like, what are you telling yourself mentally so that you don't continue, or are you avoiding? Like, that's not maturity. To avoid is not maturity. So
like, face your problems head on. Like, that's a sign of maturity as well. Like you said, not avoiding like certain situations or certain people, or like if you got something to say to somebody, then just say it. Like, the worst that's gonna happen is either if they are your friend, the worst that's gonna happen is maybe you'll lose a friend. But in the best case scenario, they'll see that as a sign of respect and maturity, and that'll draw you guys closer together, because you're able to voice your feelings and your opinions out in the open without holding resentment towards each other or something like that.
Right. The thing about it is, in general, just maturity is how you respond and act towards any situation. And like you were saying, as an example, like if it's like a friend or something, the mature part is how you're able to evaluate all the information or the situation and do what's best for that situation specifically. And now it says, what can you do to develop maturity in your children? I mean, that comes with experience, whatever experiences they go, and talking about it.
Yeah, I was about to say, it definitely comes with experience, because you have to have something to draw
from
the experience from.
Yeah.
That sounded kind of weird, but It makes sense. It
right?
makes sense, but it just sounded weird.
Like there has to be a situation that the children are just going through, and so in order to find out what that is, we have to have a conversation in order them to basically give them perspective, because I know that I was a child. I used to have a one-way perspective about certain things until somebody or my mom gave me another way of thinking about the situation. And so in order to develop that maturity, obviously we have to have a conversation with our kids in order to find out what they're thinking about the situation. And then if it's not quite, or maybe the best, but they're children. So, and as adults, then giving them another way of maybe thinking about the situation so that they're open to like, oh, okay, maybe I never thought about it that way. I should have thought about it that way.
Yeah.
So.
And it's also like finding the right timing to talk to your kids as well. Because because you want to talk to your kids at a certain point doesn't mean that they're ready to accept what you're saying or even to hear about what you're saying, because their mind may be somewhere else, right?
Okay.
All right, so what's your favorite season and what do you enjoy about it the most?
My favorite season, this is easy, spring, and that's because it's my birthday in spring, and I love that, like, the flowers are like blooming, but it's like, it's warm, but it's not too hot yet. Unlike the summer, like it's that nice, you got that nice breeze, like that spring, like, yeah. It's that nice in between, like, the hot and the cold. It's just like that nice balance when we get it.
Right. Yeah, I would definitely say the summer. For me, it's like a in between of like that transition of summer into fall. Like
when you get sick?
No. But
when he gets sick?
It's like a good transition in between that, because like it's not too hot. It's cooled off just enough.
Got you.
It's like sometimes in the fall, like it get cold.
Yeah.
So like that beginning part of fall, end of summer, beginning of fall.
Right when that cool breezes.
Yeah, when it's like hoodie season.
There you go.
Hoodie season is my favorite season.
See, mine's is like when you were able to wear like that nice, like, kind of thin jacket, but like you got the flowers, and it's like, it's the warm.
That's kind of hoodie season too.
I guess, but that'll be coming out of winter, and right, coming out of the hoodie season.
But
like,
technically, it's not coming up.
No, because it's that, when winter's over and now we're getting like, but after the showers, after all the rain, and it's like getting into that warm. Yes, like flowers blossoming. Flowers blossoming. Okay, here we go. Next question. I don't think I want that one. Let me look up. Let me look on here. Let me look on here. Okay, let's switch it up. Spicy it up a little bit. Spicy it up. What is your favorite part? What is your favorite part of my body?
I would say your legs.
What? My legs?
Yeah.
I don't think I would have pictured that.
Got long legs.
Oh, you like my legs, huh? I would have never pictured that, my legs. What's so special about my legs?
They look nice.
I would have to say my favorite part of his body. It's like I would have to say your eyes.
I knew he was gonna say that.
It's his eyes.
I
He
knew she was
knows.
gonna say
It is his eyes, though. Like,
my eyes.
I just love the way they look at me. No, but his eyes are like I really like them, because like his lashes are like really thin, but like your eyeballs are like, he doesn't have like he doesn't have like dark brown eyes, but he doesn't like have hazel either.
Can you see him?
You get him close? They're like, they're like an in between like that hazel and like dark brown. They're like right there. Like which I guess people would say light brown, but like I feel like they're just not light enough. They just stand out. Yeah.
It's like a good mixture.
Yeah.
A good in betweenish.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, I see that. I see that. I see that. Yeah.
All right, so let me see. If a movie was made about you and your life, what celebrity would play you?
A celebrity play? I think people. Well, I think.
I was about to say.
I think people would say, what's her name? Journey.
I don't know what her name is.
I think her name
Jussie
is
Smollett's sister.
Yeah, Journey. I think she would be the one who would play.
Juicy Smollett, his sister. His sister.
I think her name is Journey, and basically the one who played in East Bayou, but the little girl who played in East Bayou. If you guys know who that, if you've ever seen that movie, I think she would be the one to play me. I guess as far as like close to, but she would be good. I think too to play my life for real, for real. I think she would be really good to play my life. I can't really see anybody else really playing it, because even her acting is like really. I think she would be able to convey. Yeah, I think she would be able to convey it for sure. So,
okay.
How about you? Who do you think? Chris Brown?
Yeah. It's based off of looks. It's Chris Brown.
But his acting is good too, though. His acting is good too.
I'm somebody that looked like me.
Right, to kind of represent. Yeah, like to
It'll
really.
probably be Chris Brown.
Yeah, I think he'll be it. Well, he's gonna have to cover a lot of those tattoos up.
I mean, now,
Yeah.
probably not so much. We don't necessarily look alike now, but like a couple years ago,
Yeah.
it'd have been Chris Brown.
Okay. I think that would be a good pair of like merging.
That would.
I think that would be a good pair, like merging.
That'd be dope.
I think that would be really good. Maybe we should write a script about our life, like how we came together. And stuff. There's some plans here.
Lifetime?
Lifetime, call us. We got some story for you. Okay, here's a good question. Okay, I have a question that I'm just coming up with myself. What do you think you would have done differently from a kid? Or what would you have told, pause. What would you have told yourself as a kid? Yeah, what would you have told yourself? What advice?
If I could go back in time and give myself advice,
right.
What advice would I give myself?
What would you tell your younger self? What would you tell your younger self? I think that's a good question.
What I would tell my younger self
is
to
play less games.
No. No, not at all. I probably would have told myself, I would have advised myself more financially.
So money, more money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, more money, knowledge.
More so, like, business-wise. Or, like, just knowing that there's other avenues to make money other than a traditional 9-to-5 job. Like, I would have definitely told myself about that, about how to invest in the stock market, into companies, startup companies especially. For example, Uber. Like, if you would have put just like $1,000 in Uber, just $1,000 10 years ago, when there's a startup, you'd be over $1 million.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Your investment is
just $1,000. Not like a lot of people think you have to have a lot of money to invest, and you don't. Like, and then you can save up your money so that you can invest or build up a portfolio to allow you to be able to take the money from your investments and invest it in something else. Like, I definitely would have told myself more about
investments, like really going into the resources of like finding out how to really make the money work for you.
Yeah, cause like a lot of people, even just like going to school, like it's cool to go to school if you want to be like a doctor or a lawyer or something like that. In my eyes, not saying that.
Right, stay in school,
not
kids. Okay,
bashing school or anything like that. But
just getting more information.
Okay. If you're going into a field that needs expertise, then I would definitely say go to school.
Right.
But if you're just going to school so that you can get a good job to pay your bills, make money, there's so many other avenues to make money that won't put you in debt first.
Right. I see what you're saying. Because my thing is,
at least not like $50,000 in debt.
right. See, it's all about networking. And so if you're able to get yourself surrounded by that kind of network, then I can see, you know what I mean? Because definitely, unless you're getting scholarships or stuff like that, college could definitely get you in debt, and then it never really sets you up for where you should, go be, or, really help you out. But as long as I think the best thing that you could get is the network, for sure, because you're now meeting people from all walks of life, and maybe that'll be able to, help and source you for sure. Because I know there's been people that have helped me. So, but yeah, I think definitely I can see the idea of just being more knowledgeable about like your investment finances and your money resources, and like different avenues that you can take to set yourself up for the long haul. So yeah.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, sure.
Right. So what do you think is the number one thing that makes a relationship work?
Communication.
Yep.
Communication. Honest communication.
That's true. Honest communication.
Honest communication, because I can be talking, but it's not
Could be lying, boy.
the honest thing. And because if you're honest about your goals and your intentions and your motives and everything, like it will work. It will work, and you have to be open to it too, because a lot of people are getting into relationships and they don't have a common goal. They're not even on the same page when it comes to their common goal. And they're not talking about it. They're just, if I just say, hey, yeah, I want to be financially blah, 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 but I have like other motives behind that, or, then.
Yep, it goes sideways.
It can go sideways. But if you're like really open and honest about,
And that's not to say that you can't get on the same page,
right?
Because you can, if you have open communication.
If you're talking, right? If you're open to communication, right? And you're talking about it, because communication is is key, and communication is constantly being learned, because everybody doesn't communicate the same way, and everybody doesn't understand, communication as far as their background. You know what I mean? So like how they might have learned communication through their parents or their family, that person did not come from the same background as that when it comes to communication. Like their parents might always just talk really low or something, and you know what I mean? And so when you come at them and you're like, sound like you're shouting at them and you're talking really loud, they're like, wait, pause.
Right.
Like they feel under attack. So definitely communication, I think, is the one thing, but being open to find out how this person communicates to how you communicate, how you guys can merge your communication that works for both of you guys, and being honest and open about, your intentions and motives, and just being on the same page, and knowing that I'm gonna be honest about what I'm communicating to you and how I'm communicating it to you, and discussing all those things. So
you just gotta learn each other. You learn each other and unlearn a lot of the things that you learned throughout your life experiences.
Right, yeah.
I had to unlearn a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I had to unlearn some
just
things
to learn how to communicate with her.
Yeah, and I had to unlearn too. I mean, some things too. Or I also had to be open to even more sometimes learning that this person is coming from a different background than I am, and thinking and expecting them to kind of get it. And have to take into account that he was, he was not raised like me, or he doesn't come from the same kind of family like me. And so how I've been raised and seeing my family, communicate, it's not the same way his family has communicated with each other. So just kind of definitely understanding that we're merging two separate backgrounds and having to give that space, give that time to say, okay, I'm learning or unlearning exactly, so that we can make this glue, you know what I mean, and make this merge together. So yeah, and that comes with time and a lot of patience and a lot of just, not having this expectation of like it should have already happened by now.
Yeah.
Because I know I was a lot like that as well. I was just like, look, man, you're not getting it. I'm over it. Like, you're not getting it. Like, you know what I mean? But having to grow patience, like, okay, let me give him at least some time, especially if you know that this person is trying. You know what I mean? Because there's a big difference when the person is, not trying to like, not trying to be great. So, are better for themselves. So that, and better for me and I'm better, trying to like make that grow and work. So, okay, so let's see. Next question. I'm going to go from here. Ooh, that's okay.
I think you probably looked at the same thing I looked at.
What couple that we know do you look up to most?
What couple
that we know do we look up to most?
I don't really look up to couples necessarily, but I do like to pull different things from different couples, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does.
So, like,
that does.
I like the qualities of this couple here. I like the qualities of this couple here. Like, they show more love and compassion for each other. This couple does more gifts. This couple does words of affirmations and stuff like that. This couple's just like almost all around everything, stability. So it's just like pulling from, just like shopping, pulling what you need from
different
whatever situation you're in.
Right. I think that I feel the same way. Like for me, I feel like I get different things from different couples. So I don't like necessarily, because we know that every relationship and couples are different and they go about things differently. And you got to work with what works for your union. Yep. So when looking at other couples, it's not so much like I look up to them, but we same thing.
You can relate to them.
I take bits and pieces of things that they might do that I'm like, oh, that's kind of something that I would like to, incorporate incorporate or definitely, oh, maybe that's something cool we could try and do as well. So yeah, I don't think that there's one specific couple that we actually look up to. I think every couple we've met or we know, we feel like we take a piece of some of the things that they do and some of the things that, and
hopefully they take something from us as well. It's not just a take thing, it's like a give and take at the same time.
Definitely.
So, try to leave an impression a little bit.
Figure out like, oh, I like the way that works and or some of the things that they do. So yeah, I think that's that. You got one?
What in your life are you most grateful for?
I'm most grateful for God.
Yep.
I am grateful for him for sure, because he has definitely helped me in my life's journey, and all the things that I've been through and the experiences that I have gone through, and he's still leading me and still guiding me. So I'm grateful for him first. Number one. And then I'm grateful for all the people I have come across that have taught me something, that have helped me, that have guided me through my life up to where I am now, the point that I'm at. Some of them are still, kind of,
guiding
me, right? And then I'm obviously grateful for my husband, because he's just one of a kind, you know. God has blessed me. But he so I'm definitely grateful for this man. He has done a lot. He continues to do a lot. He works hard. He's a hardworking person. He continues to grow, and that part I really, you know, do not take for granted, because, you know, he's definitely a special spirit. Definitely a special kind of love.
Well, thank you.
His love is special. It's not, his love is one of a kind.
Special.
You know, but yeah, so I am grateful for him, and then I'm grateful for all my surrounding family that also contribute to my life as well. So, you know, my family's life. So.
Okay.
How about you?
I'm most grateful for God. Well, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody, or most people, if you believe in God, you're most grateful for God, because without him, you wouldn't be where you are today.
Yeah.
Because without him, you wouldn't have gone through what you've gone through and made it out on the other end. Something would have either sucked you into a dark place or into a certain place of where you couldn't get out of,
right.
Mentally,
Yeah.
maybe even physically, I don't know. But yeah, like, that's definitely,
yeah,
like,
that's a big one.
yeah,
So
like they don't say God first for nothing. Like,
he was there through it all first,
right.
Anyway. So he was there, and that's.
But yeah, I would say if I had to put everything in order, it would be God, then my mom, then you. Top 3.
Top 3. Oh, wait, I mean top 3.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
No, I'm just playing.
Oh. And I totally understand that.
Yeah, cause like, if I didn't have my mom to teach me the principles of what to do for a woman, or how to treat a woman, then I probably wouldn't have met you.
Right, her nurturing and her
So
her
like,
raising of you.
The way that she raised me, the principles, my life experiences in general, has made me the person I was when you met me.
Yeah.
Which allowed you to see something in me that you like, which in turn, we got married later on down the road.
Right, yeah. To love, to forever.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and that's good. And that's real good. So.
Yeah. Your life experiences shape.
Thank you, mother-in-law. Let's see, next question. I'm gonna take one from here now.
Okay.
Isn't it my turn? Is it? I thought you asked me the grateful question.
I did, and then you just asked me the same question back.
I know, but like, that's just how that goes. Let me see, let me go over here this way. I think I'm going the wrong way.
Why you want to do this one?
I'm just trying to find like a really good one. Oh, okay, here's a good one.
I would have picked this one.
You would do that one?
Yep.
Okay. Which person in your life brings out the best in you? And how can we encourage each other's strengths?
Well, that's the easy one. The person that brings out the best in me is obviously you. Because without you, you push me to do better. In the sense of not necessarily saying, oh, you gotta do better.
Right.
But just like encouraging me, words of affirmation, or just like allow me to explore different business ventures, if you will, to be able to try to progress our family or try to break those chains that have been holding us back, or shift our mindsets to progression.
Yeah.
Really. So yeah, you definitely. What was the question? Bring out the best
in you. What was the question?
Because I want to say something else.
Yeah, when you're preaching.
How can we encourage each other? Strengths. You already do. So it's like, it's not something I would necessarily need, but because you already do it. It's like, I don't need you to change anything. Just continue to do you.
I think I pushed the curve because of the variety and like that going back to what we were, and because I know he can get because he's the stability and he can be sometimes at a standstill. So I'm always like, okay, we need to push the curve. So yeah, and of course, you know, he obviously encourages me because sometimes I need to like chill out. So which pushes me to kind of like, you need to focus.
Focus and chill out.
You doing the most. All right, guys. I hope that you enjoyed our question and answer. Get to know us. I'm hoping that we can do more of these, even with our kids. If that's something that you guys want to see as well.
Yep. You learn something. Hopefully, you'll be able to apply something as well. Maybe to your life, maybe your relationship. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye. So that will be all down in the description box, information about upcoming videos and
how.
Okay, sorry. Okay, pause. Let's start this again. Let's hurry up and start this again. All right, hey guys, I hope that, okay, don't say hey guys.
All right, guys.
All right. All right, guys, that was the end of our question and answer segment. I hope you got to learn a little bit about me and my husband, Brandon, as a married couple.
A couple.
Let's try this again. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed our question and answer segment. I get to know me and my husband, Brandon. Okay.
Yep. I knew that was going to happen.